Hey everybody, Gary here, and welcome back to NonScents. Today I'm here to bring you guys my top 10 list for spring 2018, and this is the niche edition. Before we get started, I just want to let everybody know that these bottles are from my own collection. None of them were given to me for review. I purchased all of these. And I actually have 11 fragrances to go through, not 10. It was very hard for me to just narrow it down. And I also did my best to put them in some type of order. But by no means is 10 my least favorite fragrance, and number 1 is, you know, my all-time favorite. And these are what I will currently be wearing for this upcoming spring. So let's jump right into it. Coming in at number 11, by the house of Bond number 9, we have Bleeker Street. Bleeker Street's been around for a while. It gets a lot of love in the community. What you get with Bleeker Street is you get this blueberry note that a lot of people talk about. I really don't see too much blueberry. What I do get is a lot of lavender, backed up with some woods. The fragrance does last an extremely long time, at least on my skin. I get a solid 8-10 hours out of this constantly. It's perfect for spring. I couldn't leave it off the list. Number 10, by the house of Parfums de Marly, we have Layton. Layton is, you get apple and orange, and then there's some pepper and vanilla. Very well blended. It lasts an extremely long time. I really love wearing this fragrance. A lot of people talk about it being mass appealing or designer-ish. Call it what you want. I call it a great time spring fragrance. You can wear this day or night. You are going to get noticed wearing it. It does garner compliments, and very deserving to be on this list, in my opinion. Coming in at number 9, by the house of Amouage, we have Reflection Man. Reflection Man's another one. It's been around for a while. It's actually my favorite fragrance from the house of Amouage. You get some neroli and white florals. This is the newer formulation with the magnetic cap. I have no problem with performance on it. I love it. When I try and tell people and describe this fragrance, I constantly say, oh, this is something I would picture angels wearing. It's just a beautifully, beautifully composed fragrance, and I love it. Coming in at number 8, by the house of DS and Durga, we have Radio Bombay. Radio Bombay is actually an interesting one. It opens with, there's a coconut note to it, and then you get some cedar and sandalwood that come into the mix, and after, I'd say, the first 15 minutes, the coconut kind of dissipates, and what you're left with are the woods. And the woods last on my skin, I'd say, for about 6-7 hours. It's not a projection monster, just throwing that out there. It does sit close to the skin, but it's very enjoyable. I love this one for spring. Coming in at number 7, by the house of Mancera, we have Black Gold. Black Gold can easily be worn all year round. What you get in the opening are some citruses, and there's some lavender in there. I think some cinnamon and maybe some other spices. The oud is pronounced in this fragrance. It's not over the top or skanky or, you know, barnyardy. This is actually a rather clean fragrance, and it just smells wonderful. Like I said, you could wear this all year round, no problem. Projection and sillage on it is amazing. You can get 10+ hours out of this. I love this for spring. Number 5. I'm sorry, number 6. 10, 9, 8, 7. Number 6. By the house of Maison Francis Kurkdjian, we have Amyris. Amyris it opens with some citruses, and then you're going to, as it dries down, you're going to get some woods, which I believe oud is the note listed in the fragrance. I don't get any oud in this at all. I do get some cardamom. It's such a pleasing fragrance by MFK. And if Francis Kurkdjian, if you are listening by any chance, this, my opinion, would make a perfect X-Ray de Parfum or Eau de Parfum concentration. The performance I get out of it, I get about 5-6 hours. It's very, very pleasing. This is another one that a lot of people talk about and say, oh, you know, it's a mass appealing fragrance. So what? It's mass appealing and it's pleasing. People are going to like this. The first, I say, 2 hours out of this fragrance, it does garner compliments. The projection and sillage are very good for the first 2 hours. After that, it does sit closer to the skin until it disappears, I'd say around the 5-6 hour mark. So if they increase the concentration of this one, I would buy the biggest bottle they have. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Number 5. Coming down, top 5. We have, and this could be number 1 on a lot of people's spring list. It rightfully could be. We have, by the house of Creed, it is Green Irish Tweed. Green Irish Tweed opens up with this lemon verbena note, which is absolutely amazing. And you're going to get some lavender and maybe some woods in the dry down. Beautiful, beautiful springtime fragrance. In my opinion, this is spring in a bottle. Performance on it, it gets me through a work day. I get about 8 hours. I'd say first 2 hours. It can be, I don't want to say loud, but it does project, and it does leave a good scent trail as you're walking. After that, I'd say after about the 3rd hour, it does sit relatively close to your skin. Again, I do get through a work day with it. Can't complain about that. Great, great stuff by the house of Creed. Number 5, Green Irish Tweed. Coming in at number 4, by the house of Xerjoff, we have Uden. Uden opens up with some citruses, and you are going to get maybe some caramel and some woods in the dry down. It is absolutely gorgeous. A lot of people compare this to Chanel's Edition Blanche. I do find the similarities. The performance on this is very good. I get anywhere between 8-9 hours out of this. The first couple hours, projection and sillage, it again is excellent. Beautiful, beautiful. Stumbled on my words. Beautiful fragrance, great for springtime. I even think there's a rum note in there. Again, this is one you could wear almost all year round. I probably wouldn't wear this in the dead of winter, just because the notes it might disappear a little quicker than you would want it to. But for spring, absolutely perfect, beautiful fragrance. Number 4, that's Xerjoff's Uden. Number 3, from the house of Byredo, we have Mojave Ghost. Mojave Ghost is another interesting fragrance. I find it very pleasing. There's magnolia and a sapodilla note in it, and I also believe it's sandalwood in the dry down. And what I find interesting about it is it's different. It's a different fragrance from a lot of other fragrances that are out there. You're not really going to find anything that smells exactly like Mojave Ghost, which is what I really like about it. It is one of my top 2 favorites from the house of Byredo. When I wear it, I can't stop putting my hand up to my nose and smelling it. It's like intoxicating. I love it. And the performance on it and sillage is absolutely bombastic. I get anywhere between 12 and 14 hours on it. In order for me to get this off of my skin, I need to shower. The performance is absolutely excellent. I don't know if the formulations have changed, because I've heard some people say, oh, it doesn't last real long. On me, this is a borderline beast mode fragrance, and I love it. Top 2. Again, by the house of Maison Francis Kurkdjian, we have Aqua Universalis Forte. It's my second MFK fragrance on the list. MFK is honestly probably my top 2, top 3 favorite houses of all time. I love what they do with musk in their fragrances, and this one is no slouch. It opens with citruses and white florals. If I would say it does lean slightly feminine, men or women, no problem wearing this. I don't mind that it leans one way or the other. It's not a full-blown like feminine fragrance where I'm just like, oh no, I couldn't wear this. Whenever you put it on, it's magical, man. It's really, really good. Another really long-lasting fragrance. I love it. Number 2, that is Aqua Universalis Forte by the house of Maison Francis Kurkdjian. And my number 1 for spring 2018 niche is by the house of Bois 1920. It's Magia. Magia is part of their youth collection. The house definitely deserves more love than what it gets. They do some phenomenal fragrances. It's an Italian niche house, and you could sense the Italian style coming through in their fragrances, the Italian style of perfumery. What you get with this is you're going to get some jasmine, and there is, I believe, a note of thyme in there that gives it this slightly animalic, foodie type of, if foodie's even a word, vibe to it. It is very, very similar to Creed's Silver Mountain Water, only there is more depth to this one, and the performance on it is definitely better than Creed's Silver Mountain Water. I get about 8 hours wearing this. The first couple hours, the performance on it is excellent. You will get noticed. This does get compliments. This is so good. Another interesting one. I don't find it, like I said, it comes off a little animalic in the opening, and then it settles down. I don't find it not pleasing at all. This is going to get you noticed, and it's, like I said, it's going to get you compliments if that's something you're looking for. But it's another one that I just don't want to stop smelling. It's so good, and that is why I put it at number 1 for my spring list. And that is all I have. Guys, please let me know down below what you think of my list. I will be doing reviews in the next couple months of all of these fragrances. And please like, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell, and I will see you guys so soon for another review. And that's all I have. Peace.